there was a coyote in this yard right over here. Do you think this will protect everybody? Do you care about coyotes? So we did a thing today. See these new residents we got going on here? Try not to get too close so I don't scare them off or make these ducks any louder than they already are. But back there we've got a couple, a trio I suppose, of American breast pullets. Just like Harriet. See if we can get a... Okay. So they are about 14 weeks old. So they will be hitting maturity. I'll put a link to it up here in the corner. But my breeder actually just did a video about these 3 pullets before we picked them up today. Hello? Are you curious? Hello? Talking about some of their features and everything. And she expects, I believe it was the one in the middle back there, to kind of mature a little bit early. So we'll see how that goes. And she's really expecting them to turn out nicely. So that's exciting. So why these girls? Those are not our preferred breed. Sort of. Actually, I originally was going to switch over to American breasts from this breeder because they're supposed to be the best table birds around. They're supposed to be really, really, really good. I know how much work Mandy puts into producing a really good bird. So that was originally what I was wanting to switch over to, but just communication issues, I was having a hard time getting a hold of them, which is why we got the hatching eggs for the black silver Morans from a friend and ended up deciding to go with those instead because they were just easier to get a hold of. So last night she actually posted that she had a couple of these girls, and I think she has some cockerels too available to sell, and I was very excited and shocked that she still had some today. So I had my pick them up on the way home. So anything that we hatch out of them obviously are going to be mixed with the breasts and the Morans, but they'll still make really good table birds, so, which is the goal. So that's basically their purpose. Their offspring won't be going on to a breeding program because they'll be mixed, but they will fill the freezer. So next spring when we start hatching out, we'll have our 2 black silver Morans cockerels, and then we'll be able to tell which eggs are the breasts because they're the creamy color like Harriet, and we'll be able to tell which eggs are the Morans because they're darker. So we'll be able to pick those out pretty easily. The only one that might throw a wrinkle in there is Salt because she lays really light colored eggs too, but hers are usually, I think, almost white these days, so, and smaller. So we might be able to tell hers apart. If not, she's super meaty too. She's just small. But yeah, so that's the plan. This is the future of our freezer. So we got these new little pullets over here, the American breasts, and they've been really good. We've had them, I don't even know how long, maybe a month, maybe not quite. They've been doing well, and actually this past week we've been letting them out in the yard. They've been doing great, no fighting with the other chickens and everything. And it's time to move them over with the big chickens. The ducks that were in here kind of moved themselves over in there because they just wanted to be with the other ducks. But these guys have not. And actually last night a neighbor texted me and said that there was a coyote in this yard right over here by the field. So we're thinking it's a good time to leave the chickens locked in the run for a few days, which also means it's also a good time for getting these girls in there with the other chickens so that they can figure out that that's their new home. I should have put them in last night, but I had already locked everybody up when I got the text, and it didn't really want to come back out here with a coyote running around. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in there today. I just filled all the feeders in there, so I'm going to put them in there so they can see where the food is first, then let everybody else out. Let's see how this goes. Seriously, that one just jumped over the fence. Really? I'm not sure how I'm gonna get her back now. No, 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 no. I was supposed to be getting you both in, not getting you both out. Well, that did not at all go as planned. That was terrible. Two of them are over here in the woods. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them over there. One of them is in here. Someone just jumped right out, and I thought she was going to go back in there, but just as she was about to go in, the other one came out. And I caught the first one again, briefly. They're very, very flighty. Don't you do it. Now this one's thinking about jumping over. Maybe if I put food in there, they'll go back into their little cage, and then we can try again tonight. I'm gonna let the rest of these guys out. They're hungry. You gonna come eat with them? She's not so sure. And those two are over there. Not sure how we're gonna get them in. Here she goes. So once they're done eating all of their food, then I can leave this door open so they can get into the goat run too. That way they'll all have plenty of room, because there's quite a few of them in there right now. A lot of those ducks are going to be processed at the end of the month. A little bit later than I had originally planned, I think. But waiting for them to come out of molt, and then also a friend is having a butchering day and was kind enough to let me bring my ducks so that we can use a plucker instead of having to do it by hand. So I'm willing to wait for that, because plucking chickens by hand is not like plucking ducks. They're so much harder. Good morning. How are you? Those two pullets were over here trying to figure out how to get in. So I think I'm going to open this goat door. I went ahead and locked the goats back in the barn. I'm going to open this goat gate so they can figure that out. At least how to get into this side. There we go. There you go. Good job. Whew. So we got that done. I don't know if you can hear, oh, they hear me talking now. I don't know if you could hear the goats crying because I locked them up, the poor dears. Their little worlds are ending because they got locked in the barn for 3 minutes. Better? Did you think you were going to be locked up forever? Did you think you were going to be locked up forever? Yeah. You poor dears. Well, hopefully, since all three are in there now, there will be no more jumping. Especially once I open that gate and let everybody roam free. Since they won't have access to that pool over there, I do need to make sure that their waters are nice and full. They have 2 waters over there on the chicken side, and then the goat trough in here, plus the bucket in the barn that they always manage to make filthy because ducks are like that. So they do have plenty of water sources, just gotta make sure they're filled up. Blue does not like that young cockerel coming after her. See if I can talk over the hose while I fill these waters. If you think back to last year when we first built this chicken run, we were having fox pressure, predator pressure from a fox. So we built this really big run and attached it to the goat pen specifically for times like this when there is predator pressure, so that we can give just an extra layer of protection. Just one more fence that they would have to go through before they can get to the flock. And then also being with the goats as a larger animal hopefully would deter them from coming in. We haven't had issues with the fox this year. Praise the Lord. And really we haven't had hawks either. And the last time we had a hawk attack was pepper, and that was in the winter time. So we've been really blessed this year as far as predators go. We haven't really had an issue with them until now. So hopefully, I don't know how many coyotes there were, if it was just one that was, you know, leaving the pack because he was getting too old, or if they were just a whole pack moving through the area. I don't know. We have heard them before from a distance, but never this close. So hopefully, since everybody was locked in last night, when they were here, they will move on thinking there's no food in the area and it won't be an issue. But just in case, we're locking them up for a couple days. Another bonus to locking them up, I don't have to hunt all over the place for their eggs. Yeah, they currently have 2 different nests over here in the bamboo grass by the doghouse there. One behind it where Charlotte was trying to nest for a little bit, and then another under the pine tree. And they've been laying in the compost bin lately, so that's fun. But when they're locked in here, hopefully they'll all actually use the boxes, or at least the barn. Another nice thing, right now, last year we put up this for some shelter because this area was empty and completely dry lot. Like, they killed off all the grass very quickly. There was nothing growing in here. But now, as you can see, there's a ton of blackberries along this entire fence line that they can hide under. There's some locust trees growing up that we really probably should take out. And then a bunch of other really taller weeds that they can hide in for protection as well, at least from aerial predators. So they didn't have that benefit last year. They just had either this tarp or run in the barn. So it's nice that they have this area they can explore, find some bugs, and then of course the grass, tall grass over in the goat side as well. What's going on in here? You guys fighting over the hay? You tell her, Demelza. Stand up for that hay. Oh, good girl. You tell her. You tell her to share. I give you some on the other side, but you broke it. We need to fix that other hay feeder, huh? Yeah. You go push her out of the way. You tell her. It looks like most everybody's done eating. Alright guys, feel free to come on in. Hey Jemima. Hey Jemima. Hello. Right, so they will have all of this space to roam and forage and stay safe. He's molting. He doesn't have a tail. It's kind of hilarious. Wow, Lola, you back down? That was unexpected. Look how pretty this cockerel is. His coloring isn't exactly the standard. He's got a little bit of yellow in his back, but he is pretty. So pretty. Okay, it is just after 8 o'clock. Ducks and chickens have been enjoying the run all day, but as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit dark out here, so we need to start locking these guys in. I think that's the little white pullets making the sound over here, trying to figure out how to get back to their little coop. I was curious what they would do tonight, if they would jump the fence and go back to the little coop, or if they would just hang out in the run or go in the barn. I don't know. So it looks like they're still in the run, trying to figure out how to get to the little coop. So we're gonna probably have to shoo everybody in because nobody's gone in yet. Well, Jenny probably has. She's early bed. But the rest of these guys, they're all out still. So get to shoo those in. That'll be fun. She'll be fun to watch. Oh yes, and Blue, who jumped the fence, which is not uncommon. Those little pullets over in there, the little black ones did too. Well, they didn't jump it, they just go through that end that we still have never fenced off all the way. Yeah, but they do that all the time, so not totally surprised, but they did go in. So now we just gotta get Blue in, and then all the rest of these guys actually into the coop, and those goats into the barn. Let the fun begin. Apparently Mike took it upon himself to shoo them into a chicken pen while I went to get the goat grain. So at least part of the job's done already. Not for chickens. Shoo. Now we gotta get all these chickens out of here. There's one, Jenny. Josephine. So actually that wasn't Josephine. What about you two? Why are you way up there? Let me tie this up for Daisy before she steals Demolza's food. Finally got her a new leash. Okay. Well, shoo! Oh, I wish I had bare feet. It would be easier. Come down. Shoo, shoo. Oh, right on her head. Come on. Well, that was a thud. There we go. No, you come in here. Shoo shoo. These two are always in here at night. Come on. There you go. Okay, looks like some of the chickens went on their own. It'll be the ducks that are the issue. Okay. Oh, look at her. She's really trying to get into that little coop. She doesn't know what to do with herself. Let's go in, guys. Come on. Bedtime. Let's go She doesn't know where she's going. Come on, big chicken. There you go. There's one. I was just these two. It's okay. Well, that wasn't so bad as I thought. They went pretty easy, huh?
Yeah.
Probably helped having two peoples. Now I gotta go count them. Make sure they're all in. While these goats finish their grain. Well, Demilza finishes her grain. Hey guys. Hey guys. It is getting cramped in here. We need to say goodbye to some of these older hens and a lot of these ducks. So that's coming up at the end of the month. But let's go ahead and count, make sure everybody's here. Let's see, ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 ducks. 3 little white pullets. Let's see. 1 cockerel. 2 cockerel. 1 pullet. 2 pullets. So that's all the young guys. Now chickens. There's 1 beside me here. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Salt is behind. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's everybody. And look, eggs in the nest box. That's a teeny tiny egg. That's like a half egg. Is there an egg in there? Oh, well, there was someone laying there earlier. I thought she was laying eggs. Are you sure it didn't get buried? That's happened before.
I don't know how it could have. This is pretty packed.
Sneaky chicken. Are you done yet? You are the slowest eater ever in the history of goats. Eat faster. You want to go, don't you? You want to be set free so you can go eat her food, don't you? You got to wait. Yeah, Demelza didn't finish, did she? Well, Demelza, do you think this will protect everybody from the coyotes? Do you care about coyotes? You just care about eating that right there, don't you? Yeah. Good. Well, hopefully we don't have any issues with coyotes. Hopefully by putting everybody in early and keeping everybody in the run for a couple days, we will avoid any issues with that. We will see how it works. So, until next time, I hope you've enjoyed. If so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you've enjoyed this video. That just kind of tells the algorithms that you liked it, and we'll show you more of our things. And till next time, see you later.